Hi, everyone. This is Miranda Ward with the Valuable Voices podcast. I have my friend Stephanie here. I cannot wait for you guys to meet her, and I can't wait to even hear more about her story. She is the founder of the Tapestry Network. Am I saying that right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think you're in California, right? I'm in Chicago, and we just got a ton of snow, but you're in California.
And we also just got, well, we have a ton of snow coming. We're supposed to be getting,
Really?
yes, well, up in the elevations. That's how it snows in California, is
Oh
by
my gosh.
elevation. So we're supposed to be getting about 7 feet over the pass.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, because I didn't even know it snowed in California. So that's Well, yeah, I can't wait, Stephanie, for you to just kind of share your journey, why you started, what's going on with the business today. I know you were on, I think, a radio station or TV. I mean, you're just so busy. You're celebrating 10 years. I'm just grateful. I got introduced to you through kind of a mutual friend at a program that we're doing, and it's just been fun to hear what you've got going, and I want to share this with others.
Well, thank you. So yes, as Miranda said, my name is Stephanie Sherwood. I'm the founder of the Tapestry Network, and we are celebrating our 10-year Tapiversary, is what we say, in actually
Love
March
it.
10th. So we're actually doing a virtual red carpet gala. So women are going to be dressing up in their gowns and taking pictures. And we have Carrie Wilkerson coming in as our keynote. And then Carrie Scott Garcia, who runs an amazing nonprofit called the Freedom Movement, is our nonprofit. So we are a for-profit business, and we partner with local nonprofits or national nonprofits, depending on what our event is, and help give those nonprofits a voice and raise money for them. So over the last 10 years, we've raised over $100,000 in our collective markets to support, local nonprofits. And just had, we've had a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And, keeping God in the center of all of it, where he belongs, has been extraordinary. Watching him show up with blessings and favor and mercy and correction. I will tell you, there has been a lot of correction, which is good, right? Because 10 years later, we're still here. And and I don't know everybody's story, but 10 years later, a lot of organizations that started when I started or when we started, they're not here anymore. And it could have just been for whatever they were doing was for a season. But our heart's desire has always been to be, I know this is a bold statement. I want to be like the Seroptimus or the Rotary. Like I want, 100 years from, I want somebody to celebrate our 100-year
Yeah.
mark, so that's the dream, is to continue to serve women called into the marketplace, to know who they are and whose they are, and that their calling into the marketplace is honorable, noble, needed, and there is value in that. And that is unfortunately not what a lot of us have heard over the years. I'm just speaking really how Tapestry came to be, was just out of my own deep desire and yearning to be a part of something, bigger than myself, something that embraced who I was. I am a wife of almost 33 years. We have 2 adult children. We have 3 littles. 3 grandkids. They're not my little, obviously. And, we've got the 3 dogs and, all of that. And I was really struggling with my past job. And
What were you doing before that? I'm kind of curious what moved you from here to here.
I was a part of a management team for another organization that supported business women in the marketplace, but it was not faith-based.
Sure.
And an amazing organization. I'm so grateful for them. I learned so much. It was really kind of like my on-the-job MBA training, working for that organization. And I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for them. So, eternally grateful. But there were some things that were changing. Organizations change, and there were some things that just were not sitting right in my spirit. The organization is still existing, another 10 years. So, kudos to them.
Yeah.
They've got the longevity. I think they're like at 25 years.
Okay.
So, it's a great, solid organization, but their belief system is different than mine.
Yes.
And there were some things that were happening. And I just was like, And so I literally, about this time 10 years ago, I sat down on my couch and just went, God, you need to, I'd been praying, God, you need to open or close the door. Like I have such a desire to serve women. I have such a desire to build them up and encourage them and elevate them and be impactful in their lives so that they can be impactful in their circles of influence. And literally, like I said, sat down on the couch and in about 2 hours drafted out, what we actually used to be called the BAM Project, Beliefs, Authenticity, and Message.
Okay.
And at our 2-year time frame, we hired a company, and I just have to share this story.
Yeah, I love it.
So we hired this company. It's called the Bond Street, and Mike Bond took us on as a client. They hire their clients as much as their clients hire them. Like if they know they're not going to have success or that you're not going to play well, they're just not going to take you as a client. So it was like, that was a big win too, right? We got accepted as one of their clients. And he looked at me and my then business partner and he said, girls, I just have to tell you that you are a ginormous mess. There is nothing soundly that would say that you should still exist at 2 years, that you should have any measure of success. You guys are just a big fat mess, is basically what he said. And he said,
not what you were expecting.
No, not what I was expecting, not what we were expecting. He says, but what I can tell you is it's because God is your lamppost, and it's because this is something that he desires. Because I look at all of the metrics and all of the things that we measure in business, you're just a big mess. And so I love being able to share that story, just in the fact that when things just don't make sense, when things aren't going the way that you think that they should be going or desire them to go, if you keep your focus, on the bigger mission, which is, him, and eternally where you hope you're going to end, we teach a lot at the Tapestry Network. And so we teach about the difference between a temporal bank account and an eternal bank account. And doing that really changes the dynamic in the culture in which women show up. And we, my business partner and I, we do this thing called snippets of sisterhood. So we did a little fun Facebook Live thingy yesterday. And we were talking about that, because when we look at ourselves and what the world tells us, take your competitor out, don't share your trade secrets, don't do this, don't do that. And where our focus is on ourselves. And when we go, what? I serve an abundant God. He knew before the foundation of this world, who we were, who we were going to be, the choices that we were going to make, which every time I say that, it just absolutely boggles my mind, right? He knows all the bad choices we're going to make, and yet he still loves us, and he gave us his son. But with all of that being said, he also knows who I'm going to do business with. He knows that, right? And so if you can sit back and rest in that and go, what? There's only so many hours in the day. There's only so many clients I can handle. There's only so much business I can do, and do it well. Gosh, what if I learned that this person that's sitting, 2 seats away from me or, 2 doors down from me does the similar thing, but we all have our own little area or big area of expertise. So even when we are all accountants or all bookkeepers, I'm going to have the clients that I absolutely love. I might want to really, I get the entrepreneur who's a single mom. I get the entrepreneur who's running a 4th generation business. I get the startups. I get the longevity. And you can't be all things to all people. So why not learn and then find that trusted source that you can refer to? And Crystal, who's the president of the Tapestry Network, that was one of the things that she said yesterday was, she's also a real estate agent, and she's actually given a lot of business to other real estate agents that are a part of her group up in Reno, because she knows they're not good fits for them or for her.
Right.
But when you sit down and you learn about the people in your life and really where they excel, and where they get their greatest joy and share the
Yeah.
abundance. The
I
world
love that.
becomes
Well,
a
I can
different
just
place.
hear it in your voice and hear your heart. So is this for those in a nonprofit, or anybody can join and kind of benefit from it?
Yeah, so we have two offerings really. We have something called our Daily Thread, which is a public group on Facebook. Anybody can find us, but only
Okay.
members can comment. And that is a space where we hang out and just do life together. So
Yeah.
it's really fun. It's completely free.
I love your
And then-
post. I've been in there and it's amazing. I love it for inspiration and just community. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and so we post things on leadership and we do post things on business, but we have a lot of women who are in there that, they're not in a career or a job right now.
Okay.
They love the camaraderie and the
Yeah.
sisterhood and the inspiration. And, even if they're not in business, their daughter might be in business,
Yes.
or a cousin might be in business, and you can go, hey, I heard you say something about this Instagram thing. I was just in this group and I posted, that was one of the posts we did yesterday, 30 days on how to post on Instagram. So even if it's not for that particular woman,
Love it. Yeah.
and share. And then for women who are more serious about growing their business, being around what we say is like-hearted women, so the same heartbeat, then Tapestry Network is the next where you would go.
Okay.
And we do have a free 30-day limited trial membership at the Tapestry Network, so you can come in and attend. All of our events right now are virtual.
Wow. Yeah.
But we do have, actual chapters,
Okay.
where we geographically where we're
Oh,
located.
neat. Okay.
Right now, we're pretty much on the West Coast.
Yeah.
We do have one of our newest directors who is driving right now with her daughter and the 3 kids, and they're relocating to Florida. So
Yeah.
soon we will have leadership geographically located on the East Coast. And so to say that we're bi-coastal is going to be super exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Congrats.
Yeah, and so it's a place really for sisterhood. And a few years ago, God gave us these 4 words: live life woven in. And it is really looking at the entire woman, whoever she is, married, single, divorced, widowed, whoever she is. We want to embrace her and love her right where she's at and let her know that she has eternal value in God's kingdom. And then for those people who are, because the Tapestry Network is really, it's a business community. We're membership based. And so then for those of us who are called into the marketplace, really helping to equip and educate with, tools like how do you do a podcast? Because that's really important to somebody's business. So we had somebody that taught a workshop last year about, podcasting with no dollars and how do you get started, and, SEO and email marketing. And then we also touched on the sides of, overcoming, self-doubt, shame, and lies, the things that hold us back, especially as business women, Christ following women, in the marketplace, which is its whole other, can bring a lot of other issues to the table. That was really hard.
Sure. Yeah. Beautiful. Wow. That's just amazing. So I think I know the answer, but why the Tapestry Network?
Why Tapestry exists?
The name.
Oh, why the Tapestry Network? Well, because we are kind of messy humans. It's the reality, right? And so what you see is when you take those individual threads, which are beautiful on their own, and then you weave them together, you create this beautiful masterpiece. And so what God sees in each one of us is the finished product. So he sees the front side of the tapestry. He sees us, as these beautiful creations. And yet we know as humans, because we're flawed. So if you look at the back of the tapestry, it can be messy and full of knots. And we so desire to meet women exactly where they're at, with all of their mess, right? Because we all have different levels of messiness. But then reminding people that and what we always say too is, go read Genesis.
Mhm.
God is community. It's
Mhm.
God the Father, God the Son, and God the Spirit. And so we are designed in his image to be in community. And so when we are woven together, we're so much stronger. We can do so much more. We can go so much further. And what I have personally come to realize in the last 10 years for me, and I'm witnessing it, and hundreds of women too, is true healing comes in community.
Yeah.
So healing from lies and fear and shame and guilt on all levels, whether it's a personal level or a business level, that true healing does happen in community.
Beautiful. I love that. It's such a beautiful, beautiful image and vision. So where do you see yourself in 10 years? I mean, again, you have a huge goal and a legacy. I'd love to hear kind of what's your vision?
Oh my gosh. The big dream, the daring destination. We just had a leadership retreat this last weekend. And so our daring destination is having woven in, we haven't quite nailed down the name yet, but it might probably going to be woven into hope as a nonprofit that stands in conjunction with the Tapestry Network, where we can go in and create initiatives in local communities to give back. So that the wherever we're geographically located, that we can have a larger presence and serve more people and have a greater impact, with the focus really on women and children. The other really daring destination is something called Woven In Centers, where we will actually have a brick and mortar location with the ability that would serve, again, the local community. So an event center that would be affordable, because if you've ever tried to run an event, the event spaces are often crazy expensive, and it really keeps women in business is small because your budget just does not afford you to go bigger than 10 people or 20 people. And then inside that event center, there would be co-oping workspace. There'd be some sort of a little coffee shop. We would have a bookstore. We have a lot of our members who are authors and artists and very creative. And so then those products would be brought into these centers. We would have green rooms and computers, and really then being able to go into those communities. And for women who are looking to move forward in life or business that maybe don't have the funds to do that, really being able to offer classes either pro bono or at a discounted price, because the center is making money, so that we can then pour back into the center, so that the people can come in and take advantage of it. And then the green room, being able to come in and do a video or a show or whatever. So we the desire is it's huge. God's really allowing us to dream big.
That is beautiful. I can't wait to just stay connected and watch it all happen.
Yeah, me too.
Wow. All right. Well, check her out at thetapestrynetwork.com or on Facebook. Look her up. You'll find her. So Stephanie, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to have you. I can't wait to dive in and learn more. I love where you've come from and where you're going. I love that you have that vision. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's amazing what you're doing and how you're serving.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your generosity to open up your airwaves to us.
Oh yeah, it's a pleasure. I love empowering women, and everybody's voice is valuable. Everybody has a story. You don't have to own a business. So if you know anybody that, wants to get their story out, it's empowering. And I love lifting women up. So I love that about your community, and just grateful we met.
Yep. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, have a great day. Thanks everyone for listening. Bye, hon.
Bye.